by. Today we have a Mark Twain quote, which of course you can't ever go wrong with a Mark Twain quote. But this was a little different one. It's actually, I've read the little booklet this came from, and it's an amazing booklet. It's really something to think about. He said, there is no such thing as material covetousness. All covetousness is spiritual. Any so-called material thing that you want is merely a symbol. You want it not for itself, but because it will content your spirit for the moment. Mark Twain. It's a little different, and having read the little booklet this comes in, it's in the little booklet that he wrote. It's a pretty amazing piece of writing. When he says spirit, he means non-material. He doesn't mean in the spiritual sense of the Holy Spirit or spirit world, so don't worry about that. He means it's non-material as opposed to material. So the desires of your heart, the things you long for and lust for, if you lust for something, that's a spirit thing and not a material thing. That's the context he's speaking in. Not sacred or spiritual in the religious sense at all. So he says you don't want it because of the material thing. You want it because it soothes your soul somehow. It meets a soul need of some kind, a non-material need of some kind. And he gives the specific example of a hat. He says most of us buy hats, not because we need a hat, but because we like how they make us look. And we care about how they make us look because of how they make us feel. And I like to have the admiration of people. I want people to look at me in my cool hat. And so that's why I love this hat. So covetousness, this desire, this longing for more material things, more, bigger, better, faster, grander, isn't really because we want that thing. You know, we don't really want a brand new Ferrari because we need a brand new Ferrari, but because we want to drive around in a Ferrari and people go, wow, that guy can afford a Ferrari. He must be really something. So, you know, a Toyota Corolla meets your physical needs to get around town, and does it in an extremely cheap and reliable and inexpensive way. Gets great gas mileage, but isn't going to break down on you. But that meets the material need. The Ferrari or the Cadillac or the BMW, they cost a lot more. They're harder to maintain than your Toyota Corolla, but no one stops and looks at you in a Toyota Corolla and thinks, wow, think about how great that guy is. I wish I had his life. But they do if you got a Ferrari, or if you have a really expensive, nice BMW, or a Porsche, or the list goes on. Or a Toyota Tacoma might very well be all the truck you need, but instead you buy an enormous $50,000, $100,000 Ford pickup with dualies, and you put in all the doodads, and you put a lift kit on it, and big massive tires, and you go around and people think, oh man, I wish I had that pickup. You get around town just as well in a Toyota Tacoma 4-wheel drive, and it probably can go more places. It will certainly be more reliable in the long run and cost you less to operate it. You didn't pay $100,000 for it. But, so you see, his point is, most of our material lusting for more things, bigger things, better things, has nothing to do with meeting a material need. If we just met our material needs, they would be very, very few. But instead, we're meeting a non-material need, the need for attention, the need for people to look at us and admire us and think about us and go, wow, I wish I were him or her. So if you see that in yourself, if you'll think about that, if you'll apply that reasoning to yourself and think, when you're about to buy something, I'm not buying this because it meets a basic need. Is there a better, cheaper, more efficient way to meet this need? Then I'll do that instead. But most of us don't even think that way. I need a new shirt. Can I go to the thrift store and find a perfectly good shirt that meet my need 100%, will be functional and clean and look nice? But no, we want to go and buy the newest, trendiest fashion shirt. whatever our friends will think, wow, that's in fashion, he's cool. So, and that's just a little thing, a $5 shirt as opposed to a $50 or $100 or $500 shirt. And you can apply it nearly across the board to everything in your life. So I think it's really important that we bear this quote from Mark Twain in mind, that if I just need a hat to keep my head warm, I can get one for $5. If I just need a hat to keep the sun off my neck, I can get one for $10-15 on Amazon. But if I have to have a $100 one, it's because of some lack in my heart. It's because there's something gone wrong in my heart and in my soul that I'm trying to fill a need that I'm not filling it properly. I should know who I am because of my love and respect for myself. Because I know who I am. I don't have to prove it with a new hat and a Ferrari or a $100,000 truck that's all jacked up on huge tires and that has a brand new, the big diesel that makes all the noise. I don't have the Harley that screams. I take the mufflers off so everyone looks at me and says, look at that guy in that Harley. You know, I mean, it's who I am. I am content with who I am on the inside and the way I live my life and the way I conduct myself and the values I live by. That's enough. Not the Ferrari, not the $500 suit, the $5,000, the $50,000 suit. Who I am in and of myself. And we're trying to fill a void whenever we go to the bigger, the better, the more, the shinier, the faster, the more impressive. Look at me. And I hope you'll give that some thought, that we'll learn from Mark Twain here that material covetousness nearly always, that longing for more, the hatred of frugality, of just owning a Toyota Corolla that'll get me around town and it's 10 years old but it'll run forever. Maybe a little beat up, a little rust. If that's not good enough, it's filling a lack in your heart that you should fill a better way. Hope you got something out of this video, folks. I hope you think about this, you ponder it, you apply it to your daily life. Apply it to your daily life. Think about this quote. This isn't material covetousness when I want this thing. It's filling a need I should have filled in a better, healthier way. Be healthier and stronger and happier by filling it in the proper way. Being content with who you are as a human being. Folks, I hope you'll come back to our next quote of the day. If you got anything out of this, like us on YouTube. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later.